is Jo here from Minerva, and today I have a tool video for you, a little demonstration of how to use the Prym pliers with press-on snaps. So you might have seen me use this before in a different video where I show you how to put on plastic snaps. Today I'm going to put on the metal snaps that go on an anorak. It's that trepidatious part of your construction where you don't want to get your snaps in the wrong place because they're difficult to get off and then you've damaged the fabric, and you want to make sure that you get them so that they are functional and they click together. So I'm going to show you which die sets you put in the end and how to put in a successful anorak snap. So this is the Prym tool. It's a pair of pliers and it's got a little bar on here just to help you to store it, because if you can keep that a little bit smaller you can keep it in a drawer or a box. It's got a really strong spring inside, so you'll need some dexterity to move the handle, but it squeezes the notions really well. You also get all the die sets that come with this tool. And these are the bits that you need to match up to the correct notions. The red plastic part is a tool for popping bits out of the tool once you've finished using them. You've got a set for making holes. You've got two new pieces to go in here if they start to get worn out. These dies are specifically for putting in plastic snaps. They come with the pliers, and you'll get the die pieces for your metal snaps in the packet. These are the fasteners that work with the tools today. They're from Prym. This one's called the Anorak press fastener and it's 15mm. What you get in the kit is the sets of fasteners, and you also get the die pieces that help you put them on. Now, if you don't have the main tools that I'm showing you today, there is a plastic tool in here that you use with a hammer. Some instructions on the back, but we want the tool sets out of there and the snaps, but we won't be using the light plastic tool. We're going to use the Prym pliers. These snaps are ideal for any kind of coat making. So this is the Grace jacket from Atelier Jupe. It's zipped and poppered, so you definitely need to make sure that the poppers are in the correct position so they don't interfere with any of the other coat details like the eyelet, the zip. You want to make sure that everything is positioned so that when they're done up, you don't get any bagginess or tightness between one snap and the next. So inside the pack you get all of the snaps, the front and the back. We're taking out that plastic piece and the instructions and a few other bits that we won't need. And then we can find the die sets to fit in the pliers. There are 4 parts to put on the front and the back of the snap. The metal parts need to be separated so that you can understand the components. So there is the snap that you see, it's smooth, that's the bit you have on the outside of your jacket. On the back it's got a little stem, and its partner is this ring that's got some writing on. It's got a hole in the centre that fits over the stem, and the tool set will squash that stem down and hold that between the 2 pieces of fabric. The second part is a longer stem. It's flat on the back. This is the one that will go on the inside of your jacket, and there's a little dome nipple that goes on the top, and the stem will be squashed and spread inside that dome at the top, and the fabric will be in between. That one has a different die set. The dies that match this side, the wrong side pieces, is the one with the rubber seal on it. That little grommet will stop that squashing all of this out of shape, and one that exactly fits that dome or nipple shape in on top. So that belongs to that set. I'll show you that in action in a minute. And for the snap side, there's the dish, and the snap fits exactly in the dish. And the matching partner to this is the one that has like a little spike on the top, because when that goes in there, it will spread out the pin inside. Okay, let's see it in action, because then you'll actually understand how each of those parts works. It's always best to do a test snap before you put them onto an actual jacket, just so that you're making sure you've got the correct pieces and you're not squashing anything flat, or you're not creating a hole where you don't want one. So we start off the process by creating a hole. So these are the pieces that came with the Prym pliers. There's a cone shape and a die that has a barrel on each end. One barrel makes one size hole and one barrel makes another. So just make sure you're not creating a hole that's too big. I think I could probably go down there. So that's the hole of one side of the cut, and that's the hole on the other. So I'm going to go for that smaller one. So let's say we want to put our snap here. We're going to create a hole. I'm doing this in a piece of waxed fabric. And then we're going to swap out the dies. So these dies were for holes. This little plastic tool that you saw at the beginning is for popping out these pieces, because it's quite hard to get those out of there now. So the hook goes under there. And that round little stick, that pops out the tool. Let's start with the snap. So the dish goes in one side. It doesn't matter which side is which. You can put them in either side. And the spike goes in the other. And we're going to have the snap on the right side of the fabric. And on the reverse, the ring that I showed you earlier. Snap sits in the dish. And you squeeze the tool. It spreads out that pin inside and holds it in place. So that's one side. Let's put one on the other side. We need to go back to the holes, so we can pop these back out again with the tool. And now we're going to put in this set that I described before for the back. So this is the one with the rubber grommet and the one with the smooth dome cup shape inside. This is where you want to make sure that you get your pieces the right way round. So just do a little test to be sure. The just metal side goes on the dome nipple, and on the back you'll have the piece of rubber. And that will apply that side, and your snap will operate. If you're making jackets and coats, you'll probably have a piece of interfacing inside the placket or the band along the front where you're going to put a snap. If you're putting in a spot snap, so for example on a bag, then it's a good idea to interface that piece to strengthen around it, because after a while of pulling it, you don't want to have pulled the weave of that hole. I'm doing it there, look, over exaggerating it for you. You can pull the fabric until it frays past the snap, and then it won't last so long. So make sure you stabilize or interface behind the back of your snap. I'm going to assume you're not constantly making coats, and the thing with this skill is you forget it. So you think you'll remember it and you've done it once before, and then you go to do it again and you can't remember which way round the dies go. So I've cut out off the packet. It's got the Prym SKU code number on there, so if you put that in Minerva, that packet will come up again if you need a refill. I've written on 15mm, and this is the anorak set. There is a different snap set as well. So I'm going to put that in there. Those are my leftover snaps, and in there I'm going to put the die sets so that I know that those dies belong to this. If you have packets that are half open and die sets dropping out, then you'll have a very low chance of trying to repeat this again. So these are the dies for my plastic ones, and these are the dies for my metal ones. Of course, you can always come back to this video. If you put in snap fasteners in our YouTube channel, you'll come back to this video. The pin bar goes back on the pliers so that you've got easier storage, because if they're in this position, they take up lots of space. Like this, they're nice and slim and they can fit in your sewing space. If you're struggling with the pliers because you're struggling with this action or this grip, then you can also use the Prym Vario tool. This is the same, it does all the same jobs, but you have to just press on the top of here. You don't have that same squeezing action. I'll show you how to put the snaps on with this one too. We can use the same die sets from the Prym Pliers in the Vario tool. So if the pliers aren't for you, then you can still do exactly the same. So you can create your holes. I haven't measured those, I'm just using the tool for you. Remove the cutting tools and replace with the same tools that you did before. With the Vario tool, you'll hear a little click, but you hardly have to apply any pressure, the same as the squeeze action of the pliers. If you want more details on the Vario tool, there is a separate video here which shows you all of the features and what you get if you purchase this product within the kit. Today I'm wearing the sorrel dress from Jennifer Lauren Handmade. It's a really easy breezy summer dress with a grown on facing collar. There isn't a sleeve seam at all either, that's grown on. There's pleats of darts here that join the bodice to the skirt. It has pockets, and for me, I use my Prym pliers to apply plastic snaps to this because it was a really drapey fabric and it was tricky to make a buttonhole, so I decided on some little snaps to mix in with the geometric print. The fabric is a viscose sateen, so it's got all the polish of sateen fabric, but it's not like a cotton sateen, it's got a viscose content, so it gives it lots and lots of drape. And this one is really quite lightweight, which is why I was avoiding making a buttonhole, but it makes it a really lovely breathable summer dress. I hope that's helped you out using your pliers. I'll also make another video where I'll show you the die sets that fit in here for eyelets. We would love to see anything that you've been making, so do head over to Minerva, make a free account there. You can share your makes, you can add photographs, you can add a description of what you've been making, and you can also be really inspired by other Minerva makers. We'd also love to see you over on our YouTube channel, so you can subscribe there for free and access all of our fantastic sewing content. Until next time, goodbye.